I couldn't have said that any better myself. Howdy friends, and welcome to Subnautica. Now today I have a bunch of exciting stuff to show you, and even though it might not be the smartest decision monetarily, we're gonna start with the one that you guys probably clicked on the video for. Now here we are back at the famous Submarine showing spot, and that's because I suppose my prayers from the last video, the more custom vehicles we get, the happier I am, so let's keep this train rolling, have been answered, and thus we have a new Submarine mod. And yes, it is the Atlas. Now the game always lags out like crazy when I click on it, it's right here in the menu, so just wish me luck, and yes, it requires pretty much every single resource known to man to be built. Here it is, my friends, this is the Atlas Submarine, or at least a work-in-progress version of it. Why don't you enjoy some cinematic shots of this beauty while I ramble on about it? So, the Atlas Submarine was something that was originally meant to be in the base Subnautica game, but simply ended up being cut and never made due to probably budget restraints. Now, there were VIP versions of this for quite the long time, and at some point, there was even a different mod project that I believe was trying to bring this thing to life. So this is just the latest one of those, but hey, it does bring the submarine to the game in its incomplete form, so I got nothing to complain about. To give you a sense of scale, it's absolutely massive. Here I am on top of it, and yeah, it takes me like a solid amount of time to actually, whoa, hello, dip into it, it seems, to walk from one end to the other. Now, of course, from what I was told, this is still very much a work in progress, kind of like the other vehicles that I've covered on the channel. But from the outside, it looks freaking amazing. So let's get inside and show you guys the submarine. Well, here it is, and it's very empty.
Complete. All systems online.
Now, I like that PDA voice, that's actually kind of pleasant. Now, obviously, this is about in progress as you can get. From what I've been told, as of right now, the submarine doesn't actually go down, it just kind of exists. And obviously, the interior is quite barren, you can't even walk past this door for some reason. I think there's just some invisible collision over there. But you can build lockers, that's something. You can even build stuff on the floor, even though it kind of ends up glitching into the bottom. Nevertheless, it's very cool, and I like to see that the work on this is finally being resumed or continued or restarted. You know, call it whatever you will. As long as we get the submarine eventually, I'm going to be extremely happy. Yeah, this thing is really, really big. This is it being compared to a multi-purpose room. Obviously, I can't build it inside, but can kind of give an idea of how big it actually is. Now there is something I haven't really considered, and that's how do I get back out of here. Alright, so after teleporting out, because I couldn't really find any better way to exit this thing, let's see if we can compare it to a Cyclops, shall we? Hey, sorry for the interruption, no, it's not a sponsor. The Thank Miss charity with Jacksepticeye is running all throughout December, guys. We're trying to raise money for people in need who currently don't have a roof over their heads. If you're interested, head down to the description or the pinned comment to go directly to the charity page. There are awesome rewards if you donate, even one-on-one calls with me, as well as epic milestones to hit like the Gargantuan mod in VR. Please consider donating to a good cause, guys, and helping make this year a little better. Thank you so much. Love you all. Now, if you were wondering how this thing compares to the Cyclops, let's just say it's considerably larger. I mean, here they are kind of parked nose to nose with about as good of a parking job as I could have done. And I think it's safe to say that the Atlas is about twice the size of the Cyclops, and probably about 2 or 3 times the width, so it is undeniably the largest submarine out there. I mean, look how freaking big it is compared to the island. Holy mackerel. But yeah, either way, I will keep you guys posted as this project gets updated and closer to release, and hopefully we're gonna be able to get some versions with the interior actually in relatively soon. Anyways, moving on. I just spawned inside a random aquarium. How does this happen? You guys seeing this thing? Why is there just a random floating aquarium in this? What? Right, so the next mod is a little bit interesting because it requires us to go behind the Aurora, and the name of it is actually kind of deceptive, I suppose you could say. Alright, so the name of this mod is Improved Reaper, which, I mean, yes, is true. This mod does also add the options into the options menu to change some of the stats of the Reaper. But the reason I actually got it is because for some reason, it also changes the look of a part of the crag fields behind the Aurora into a bit more of a twisty bridges look. So this mod is seemingly following one of the terrain mods that came out not too long ago, allowing modders to actually adjust and build their own terrain easier. And now, here, you can finally see the effects of it. This is the newly changed and improved crag field. And the only reason I'm really showing you this is just because I think it kind of looks cool and also creepy as heck. The entirety of this biome is now just comprised of what you could probably call like a version of the Twisty Bridges. Whoa, except filled with Reapers apparently. Which, to be fair, the Twisty Bridges were a biome that was originally supposed to be in the base of Subnautica, just ended up later being cut. So I suppose this kind of brings it back. It looks like the combination of the mushroom forest, the Twisty Bridges, and maybe the mountains. I mean, it definitely looks impressive, especially during the day. And if I turn the fog off, you'll actually be able to see just how far this thing extends. It's quite a lot of work, honestly. Okay, I can't deny that this would definitely make for some amazing base builds, though. I'd love to see somebody like utilize all of these weird tentacles, for the lack of a better word, to build like a big sprawling base. Anyways, moving on. Back to my lovely aquarium. How could I have gone on without you? Alright, so for this last one, did you ever think that the prawn suit is not powerful enough? No? Good, because probably nobody in their right mind did. I mean, this thing is about as powerful as they come, and by the time you get it, it pretty much removes like 99% of all danger from the game. Well, the creator of this mod definitely disagrees, since we now have the prawn suit Stasis Module, which, as it suggests, generates a stationary stasis field around the prawn suit user. It's exactly what you think it is, and it's exactly as powerful as it sounds. Now, to be completely fair, I don't think this is an unreasonable module to add. I mean, clearly humans already possess this technology in the universe with the stasis rifle, so how difficult would it really be to add it to a prawn suit? With the press of a button, you can now generate a stasis field around you, which will stop and slow down anything that touches it for, you know, a set amount of time before the field shrinks and eventually deteriorates. Now, before we go test it on some Reapers, I will note that the author of this mod also made another one, which I believe adds stasis torpedoes to the CMOD. I just felt that covering one of them is probably enough, since, you know, you can probably imagine what a stasis torpedo would really look like. Alright, so we'll see if this thing works as advertised. If it does, I should be able to just traipse through this field of Reapers here without having to worry about anything. I will keep the fog off, just so that we can kind of really see the effect of this tool, but the fact that that Reaper is going underground is not filling me with confidence. Hello friends, here I am! Oh, there it is, the burrowing Reaper. I will generate my own field, and there goes the Reaper. Yep, if you didn't think the prawn suit was overpowered as is, now you can effectively trap Reapers endlessly. Just like that. Now, if anything, I would probably say that what this mod could use is a bunch of tweak settings that you can have in the options where you can set how fast this thing recharges, because let's be honest, with the current setup, it is way too cheap to make and way too powerful for the tools that it gives you. But I mean, hey, don't let anything I say stop you from going on a
dual rip and tear escapade with the prawn suit.
Yeah, that's right, you big dumb fish. Yeah, we showed them, guys. Anyways, guys, I think that's a pretty good stopping off point, so I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, maybe consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. All of those would be very much appreciated. If there are any other mods you guys want me to check out, make sure to leave those suggestions down in the comments below. I would very much love to read them. And with that, I'm gonna wish you all a beautiful rest of today, and I'll see you in whatever next video I make. Bye-bye.